Who do you say that I am? Or don't you know who I am? I've heard that some celebrities love to live in Ireland because we just ignore them and let them get on with their lives. We're a great nation for levelling the playing field, aren't we? Anyone too big for their boots, and we love just to knock them down a peg or two. It's a national pastime. In fact, slagging each other is even a sign of acceptance. However, you'll also meet another type of celebrity who craves the recognition and the adoration of fans or media. The self-absorbed, large-headed type who will get upset if they're ignored and ask simply, "Don't you know who I am?" Although not a celebrity for celebrity's sake, Jesus provoked similar questions about who he really was and what was he at. Yet Jesus was different. He asked his disciples, "Who do people say the Son of Man is?" And he wasn't fishing for compliments or upset from lack of respect. He was assessing public perception and perhaps probing to see what they thought. This is what he said he says, "But what about you?" he asked the disciples. "Who do you say I am?" Perhaps here he was testing the disciples to see if they realized who he was or not. How would you answer that question? It's ironic that our culture habitually uses the highest name we can think of, namely Jesus Christ, and yet at the same time misuses it by throwing that same name in the gutter as a swear word in every other sentence. Some here would say that Jesus was a good man, or he was a good teacher. Perhaps he's a guide that points us in a certain direction that we need, and we need him for some reason or another, but we don't take him too seriously or don't get too carried away. Simon Peter answered that question. He said this, he says, "You, Jesus, are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." C.S. Lewis has some wise words of logic in assessing who Jesus is, and I think it's really helpful. He says, "A man who was merely a man and said the sort of things Jesus said would not be a great moral teacher, or a good man for that reason. He would either be a lunatic on the level with a man who says he's a poached egg, or else he will be the devil of hell. You must make that choice," says C.S. Lewis. "Either this man was and is the Son of God, or else he was a madman or something worse. You can shut him up for a fool, you can spit at him and kill him as a demon, or you can fall at his feet and call him Lord and God. But let us not come with any patronizing nonsense about him being a great human teacher. He has not left that open to us, and he didn't intend to." We need to answer that question for ourselves. Who do you say that I am? Bearing in mind that popular opinion doesn't dictate if Jesus is genuine or not. What you think does determine if you take his outrageous claims seriously or not. So next time you hear his name, take a moment to explore what Jesus claimed and what he offers. Could he be the Son of God? And if so, what might he want from you? I'm your host, Matt Tuttleby of Bundoran Bible Reflections. Have a great week.